Hey, good morning and God bless. This your boy Derek Iverson Sr. coming back at you with another episode of Real Talk Amongst Men. Real Talk Amongst Mankind. Hey, I pray all is well with you and your household. I pray everything is going great this beautiful Friday morning. Hey, I want to get on here and share a quick thought with you. I want to talk to you real quickly from the subject. Can you hear his voice? Can you hear his voice? John 10 and 27 says, and Jesus is speaking, Jesus says that my sheep know my voice and I know them. Think about that for a moment. As a sheep, as a believing Christian, as a person who goes to church on a regular basis, as one who seeks the Lord like never before, do you really know his voice? Can you distinguish his voice from that of the enemy? See, the more time you spend with him, the more in depth you get to know him. There's a couple of places I really like to go to hear God's voice, to hear him speak to me, to go to a quiet place. One of my quiet places is the lake, which is a couple of miles down the street from my home. I go there, I sit out there, I listen to the waves beat up against the rocks. I listen to the wind blow. I feel the cool breeze of the air. And there is that place to where I'm communing with him. It's at that place where he has my undivided attention. If we're going to hear his voice, and not only hear his voice, but do what he tells us to do, we need to get to a place to where he has our undivided attention. That place may be a closet in your home. It may be you in the car. For me, it just happened to be the lake. For some people, it's their bathrooms, different places like that. But I want to encourage you to find that place to where you hear his voice. And when you hear his voice, act upon what he tells you to do. We ask for so many different things. We look to him to open up doors and fix circumstances, situations. Well, he'll do it. But we need to know that we're hearing his voice and not that of the enemy. You say, well, how do you distinguish the voices? Well, God ain't gonna never tell you to do something that's contrary to his word. He ain't gonna never tell you to do something that's against the Bible. He ain't gonna never tell you to do something that will land you in more trouble than you're in already. See, the enemy will lead you toward destruction. God and his word leads us towards righteousness. So, do you know his voice? If he was to tell you to do something today, would you know that it's his voice over that of the enemy? Or would you be in a place of complexity? You'll be like, oh wow. See, and that's why it's so important to study the word of God. That's why it's so important to go before him, go before that throne, and really know who we dealing with and who we talking to. And see, oftentimes we even got to be careful of who we listen to. People in the flesh and in natural life, because they can be used of the enemy. And if they talking and they not talking from the word of God, they're not talking about the oracles and the principles of the word of God, those people you need to also get away from. Whether it's me. If I get on here and I say something that's unbecoming of a Christian, if I say something that's against the word of God, if I say something, no, you better not listen to me. You better cancel what I'm saying out. And pray for me if I'm tripping, if I'm being led astray by my own flesh or my own intellect. So just find your place where it's only you and him. Find your place where the heavens open up. My spiritual father told me one time, he said, there's going to be a place to where the heavens open up to you, where you hear God's voice clearly, where you understand what he's saying. He says, stay in that place. Oftentimes, we don't stay in a place where the heavens open up. We don't stay in a place where we actually commune and communicate with God like none other. That's the place you need to stay in. If you hadn't been to that place, get back to that place. Find that place of prayer. Find that place of peace. And guess what? That place, it's in that place where you'll feel the very presence of God. A lot of us ain't felt his presence in a long time because we hadn't been to that place. I urge you today to get back to that place. Ask yourself, do you know his voice? Do you know it's him talking to you? Again, it's been another episode of Real Talk Amongst Men, Real Talk Amongst Mankind. I'm Derek Iverson Sr. Thank you guys for giving a listening ear. If you just happen upon this channel, for whatever reason, by mistake or on purpose, I only ask a couple of things. First, if you're led, and only if you're led by the Spirit of God, that you will subscribe to the channel. If you will, hit that notification bell for future videos that will drop. Leave a comment. Hit that like button on your way in, on your way out. And by all means, if you feel led to share this out and think it'll be a blessing to somebody else, then by all means do that. But definitely come back and check me out. Until next time, God bless you guys. Have a beautiful rest of a great Friday. Don't let anything or nothing stop you from being the best person that you can be to any and everybody. God bless you guys. Peace out.